Hey guys, I'm back with a VR response. Hashtag UnicornDex23, and the hashtag was created by Honey Lou Wilson. So, this isn't supposed to be limiting, so it's just your unicorn decks, and it's a bit of a broad term because well, for me anyway, because there's a few that I consider unicorn decks. Some of them you can still get, albeit they're expensive. So here we go. We'll start out with these two. So I have the Stunning Tarot by Jonasa Jouse, or Jonasa Jouse, I'm not sure how you say that. And then I have the Jonasa Jouse 7th edition right here. So I ended up getting, gosh, which one was it? I think I ended up getting the Stunning Tarot on Marketplace, and then somebody was kind enough to reach out to me about this one. So I ended up getting this one because somebody reached out to me on one of the Facebook group posts, saying they had an extra copy that they'd be willing to sell. So I took her up on that offer, and I'm so thankful because if you've been after these, or if you have these, you know that these sell quickly, and each edition is different, and it's hard to get a hold of it. Like, if you're not there, like, waiting for the website to load up and whatnot, then you're probably not going to get one. So yeah, I was fortunate enough to be able to get my hands on this, which I'm very thankful. And I don't know if it's okay to mention this lady's name that was kind enough to reach out to me, but it came from Canada, I believe. So that's nice. And I appreciate it so much. I love the size of this deck. I love the cardstock quality of this deck. It's just gorgeous. Now, have I used it for reading? No. Unfortunately, I think this is just gonna sit in my collector slot until maybe I can get another copy so I can use it and not have to worry about the quality. But I love it, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. It brings me joy. So, the Hermit. But yeah, I love it. I think a lot of people have seen this deck. It's pretty well known, but I was lucky enough to get my hands on both of these, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else this creator is gonna release, what the new editions will look like, and so on and so forth. Yeah. All right. Moving on. So, I'm fairly new to YouTube, doing hashtags, creating videos, editing, all of that fun stuff. What's your recommendations for camera equipment? Like right now, I bought myself a GoPro Hero 12, and that's what I'm using to film. I had to buy myself a fancy stand. I had an old ring light that I'm utilizing right now, and I've just keep adjusting, like, I'm trying to find that happy place where I can just pop in and hit record, I've been thinking about getting the Sony ZV Mark II. Does anybody have that? Does anyone have any experience with that camera? Is it good for these types of top-down videos? And Anyway, if you have any opinions or thoughts on that, that would be great. Moving along. Unicorn deck for me. The True Black Tarot. This one was a unicorn for me because every time that I tried to get it, it was out of print. And I was forever waiting for a new copy to come out. And when a new copy would come out, I couldn't afford it. So, this one I also found on Marketplace on a buy, sell, trade tarot group, which has actually, I think, for the majority gotten me most of these unicorn decks. So I've just been really lucky. I love the spot gloss on this. It's gorgeous. The True Black Tarot, I think, will always be one of my faves. I've also used this. I'm not afraid of using this one. Look at him, he's so cute. But yeah, True Black is definitely a unicorn deck that's for me. I'm just so thankful that a lot of these decks that I'm showing, or that I will be showing, were made available to me by kind people who decided to rehome these. They weren't using them, whatever their reason may be, but I appreciate it because it could have just sat in somebody's collection for years, you know. And I know that the True Black keeps coming back. They have that new Ephemer or something like that. But I almost got that one, but I missed out on it. So it is what it is. It'll come up at some point. I would like to get it, though. This one's tried and true for me. I prefer the dark backgrounds and the gold. Black and gold always is really nice. All right. What do we have next? Okay. So, Pythonic Tarot. And the Black Mirror Oracle. I have the guidebooks for both of these as well. They didn't come in a box. They just came in some bags, which is how the person that resold it, or sold it to me, got their copy. This one has been one that's been on my wish list for years. I say it's a unicorn deck because it's expensive, and that's probably mostly what has given me pause to purchase it each time. And it is what it is. For all I know is it's available by one person on Etsy who contacts the creator and gets copies of it. Yeah. I mean, I also heard that the creator, Jessica Shaw, is going to stop printing the Dark Mirror Oracle. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, I've worked with this deck as well. I really like it. It's just so, I don't know. I just feel something every time that I work with this deck. Like, I can't explain it, but I love it. It's, I'm happy it's in my collection. It's finally in my collection, rather. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube talk about this deck, show this deck, and thankfully now I can finally do it. Yeah, one of my favorites. Pythonic Tarot. I mean, it's been used. Like, you can see my edging. I need to re-edge it in black. Dark Mirror. This one's really nice too. It's mostly, it's kind of like a matte, not really. It's got a little bit of a shine to it because you can see my light. But if I hold it on an angle maybe. Anyway, this oracle's gorgeous. It's huge though in comparison to the actual deck. But it's worth it to me. I'm happy I managed to get it. I like doing spreads with both of these. It's a gorgeous card. But yeah. Okay. So, that is Black Mirror Oracle and Pythonic Tarot. Up next, the Chez Monet Tarot. Now, I edged mine in black. The little book. This one's gorgeous too. I love working with it. I think this is still in print as far as I know. I think it's actually rather affordable. But I call it my unicorn deck because it holds a special place in my collection, in my practice too. I love this one, and I could never rehome it, I don't think. You know, like this is... I don't know if this is one that I would save from the fire, but... but, it's one of my favorites, and the artwork speaks to me. I love it. I love the size of this deck, too. It's gorgeous. Beautiful for shuffling. It's perfect. Perfect little one. These are the backs. Yep. Okay. Up next, Tarot de Marseille par Polka. I probably butchered the hell out of that. This one was actually hard for me to find. I ended up getting it on eBay. I don't remember what I paid for it. But I love this one. The colors in here are so vibrant and rich. Like the reds, the maroons. I've used this a few times. I wouldn't say that it's heavily used in my collection. But I love it. I love the imagery. It's weird. I mean, hello? It's weird. The faces are weird. I love it. It's just the coolest Marseille deck I think that I own, honestly. Yeah, like I said, the colors are all there. The faces. It's a bit, I guess, morbid or dark, but I love the pips. Court cards are great. The expression on this guy's face. Yeah. It's gorgeous. The reds, the blues, it just feels so rich, vibrant, I guess, is what I'm going for here. But like that green. I really enjoy it. It just... I even like just taking this deck out to flip through it and not necessarily read with it. The tower. But yeah. So I would say that I would leave links for all of these if they're still in print, but I can't because I need to verify my YouTube account, I guess. Which is something I didn't actually anticipate, that I have to actually send a photo ID picture to them before I can post any sort of links. I'm still on the fence with that. I don't necessarily like taking photos of my identification and putting it out there into the world, you know, but it's that or wait 2 months until my channel becomes more established. So I guess we'll see. Up next, Shimmering Veil. Now, this is still available. I got this on buy and sell again. Oh, why is this one upside down? I believe this is the first edition now, or the one, it's the one that doesn't have any gilding anyway, which is fine by me. I was, again, lucky enough to get this. This is kind of a more expensive deck. I probably, it's always kind of been on my wish list, so that's why I would say it's a unicorn deck for me. I never thought that I'd be able to get it. So I'm thankful. But this is gorgeous. I think a large majority of people have seen these images, so I don't... Jeez, everything's upside down. So I don't need to really flip through every card. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I've thought about getting some of Scylla's other decks, but I haven't jumped on it yet, and I probably should, but we'll see. I try to avoid jumping the gun on things as much as I can, because for a long time I was buying things and I was regretting it afterwards. I was like, why did I do that? Like, I don't need that. I have something else in my collection that fills that spot. So yeah. So this one I'm gonna include, it is still available. I was lucky enough to get the mini Lily Black, but it is a unicorn deck to me in the sense that I still am looking for, I'm still looking for the full size. I would like to have the Lily Black and the Lily White. Ideally, have both of them. And what I want to do with that is I want to mix the two together and create the perfect deck out of both of them, because there is some images in the white version that I think look better on the black version, and vice versa. So that's what I would really like to do with both of them, is mix and match and get my perfect Lily tarot. But I haven't been able to get a full-size copy of either yet. It's on my wish list, and we'll see. Never know. Okay, unicorn deck. We'll just get this out of the way. Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot. Huge unicorn deck. I think it's a unicorn deck for a lot of people. I won't bother opening this. I think everybody has seen this a lot. And I know before I got it, I used to get slightly annoyed and bitter when people would bring this one into their top fives or anything like that, because I was like, well, there's no way I'm gonna get it, right? There's no way I'm paying $600-700 for a first edition indie copy of this deck. Well, I saved up my money, I scrimped, I ended up paying, I think it was $400 for it. It came from the UK. Am I happy that I have it? Yes. Would I purchase it again at that price to have it again? No. Now that it's going to come out mass market, which I knew that when I bought it, but I just couldn't wait, and I haven't used it. I went through the book a little bit. Now it just sits on my shelf, which is unfortunate because I really wanted to work with this. I really wanted to deep dive this, just get into the nitty gritty of it. I freaking love Anatorian's artwork. But yeah, right now, basically what's taking the spot of this in my working deck collection is the Arthurian with Anatorian's artwork. So, to me, I mean, if I would have just waited, I think the Tarot Arthurian would have scratched that itch that I was looking for with this, and I am so freaking excited for her new deck to come out. I have her Oracle of Echoes, and I love it. But yeah, Connected and Free and Lumina. So now these are out of print, but you can get the mass market versions on Amazon France. They have both of them now. So they are French decks, but that's okay. I have a few French decks, and I don't mind. It's not rocket science. Maybe an Oracle would be a bit weird to try and read, but usually just offhand I can read a tarot that's in French, no problem. So this is the Connected and Free Oracle. This is gorgeous. This was on my wish list for years. And I could not find it, and it was out of print, and people were asking ridiculous amounts of money for it. I couldn't afford it. You know, the usual. But this deck is gorgeous. They're both gorgeous, honestly. And I've used both of them, albeit I don't use them very often, because I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to ruin the cards. But I shouldn't let that stop me from enjoying something that I really do, because as close to a soul deck as it could be, I feel like the Lumina and the Connected and Free are 100%. I was so happy that I got this. This will never leave my collection. Huge unicorn deck for me. It's gorgeous. Like, I wish the copyright wasn't there, and I think everybody agrees about that, but yeah, this one of my faves. Well, honestly, it's probably my favorite. It's just beautiful. Like, I love the messages that I get with this. The guidebooks are really nice as well. Like, yeah. Connected and Free, and then the Lumina. So the Lumina is also just as gorgeous. I don't know what edition this one is. It could be the second. I'm not sure. 2015 says on the side. I don't know. So the cardstock on this is actually really nice. It's thicker. It's kind of harder to shuffle, honestly. But haven't picked this one up in a minute, so it's like I'm viewing the images all over again. Remembering why I love it so much. This one might actually just stay out. I don't think I'm gonna put this one back in my cubby. A lot of people are still looking for this deck. I see it pop up all the time, people looking for copies. And I hope they find it, because it's gorgeous. And I guess there is, a lot of people have brought up that there is no diversity in here, which is true. There is not. It's all very pretty people. But I still love this deck. I mean, would it be nice to see a newer version of this with some diversity and inclusivity? Absolutely. So that is the Lumina Tarot by Inner Hue. And we got a final one here. I consider this a unicorn deck for me. I wanted it for a really long time. I couldn't afford it. I ended up getting this one also on buy and sell. I got it for a really good price. I ended up buying a large amount of decks from this lady, and she had saw that one of my other posts that I was looking for this deck. So she said she did have a copy and she could include it in the large purchase that I made. I think for like an extra, I don't know, $20 or something like that. Like, so she really helped me out there. I was fortunate enough to get this one. I think everyone has seen Pagan Otherworlds. Yeah. It's a gorgeous deck. Do I work with it? No, I don't have the guidebook for it, and I really wish I did. I should probably just order the guidebook for it. That's another... I have the Tarot Volatile or whatever it's called. And I want to work with that really bad. I have the heavy edition though, so it's not the linen cardstock, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I would like to work with that one too, but then I'd have to get the expansion pack and the giant guidebook too. That would be great. Just do a full tarot study with that. I would love to do that, but I don't even know if the expansion pack comes in the heavy cardstock anymore. I feel like I would have to buy a whole new deck, and yeah, I think I would. I think I'd have to buy a whole new deck that's on linen plus the expansion. The expansion is sold out right now, so yeah. So, Pagan Otherworlds, another unicorn deck of mine that I finally managed to get. I've been trying to think what unicorn decks are out there still that I would like to get, but it escapes my mind. So, if I think of any, I will put them in the cards below, and let y'all know. It'd be nice actually if we could add that to this tag, and which ones are you still looking for. So if anyone wanted to trade, or somebody had a copy they weren't using, you know, you could hook up with somebody and do a trade or a purchase with them. Anyway, this concludes my hashtag Unicorn Decks 23. I just want to say that I appreciate the creator of this hashtag, Honey Lou Wilson. I've watched a few videos of theirs, and I like what I see. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.